Hey everybody, just figured I'd try and play around with the SP404 Mark II and try and learn some more about it. If anybody's out there and wants to say hi, feel free, ask questions or other stuff. But I got a terminal window up here because I'm going to be doing some file manipulation and trying to see what I can do. So what I want to do is I wanted to see if we can detect if there's any certain types of data being written out for whether we're exporting samples, projects, or doing a backup. So what I'm going to do is create a brand new project. I'm just going to use project 5 here. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit record and we'll just force a record. It can be empty. I don't think we need anything in this file. And what I want to do is let's first export just the file to the SD card. I know I could use the app, but I actually wanted to take the app out of the equation because that may introduce some other um, metadata or other things. So I just want to do like what's raw data with the SP404. So I'm going to take the file over here that I just exported and I want to copy it out. And I suppose I'm going to need my Finder window open as well, just so I can eject after I'm done. But let's copy over from volumes, say SP. I believe it's SP404 Mark II exports or export sample, and I just want this new file. I'm going to copy it as is here, so I have it. I'll go eject the SD card and we're going to put it in. Because what I want to do, the first thing I want to see is if the mark data is saved in the sample. So I just want to come over and I'm going to go chop. We're on pad A13. That's not right. Go to the chopper. We have silence. Doesn't matter. We're going to go auto mark. Time division of 8 is fine. Just do that. Get the marks. And from my understanding, it should save the marks. So I'm just curious to see if it's saving them as a project, as part of the project, or if it's saving as part of the sample. So just to verify, I load back up. It does have those marks. So let's go back and we're going to go shift pad 14 to export sample. Do the first sample. We'll write that out. And now I'm going to scooch back over. And once we're mounted by now, I'm going to copy this to call it new sample. I don't know, marks. The 1-01 marks dot wave to dot. Oh, whoops. Right. That's what we actually want to name it. Silly here. 1-01 new sample marks dot wave. What am I doing wrong? I'm just being really silly here and not paying attention to what I'm doing. All right, there we go. So they are the exact same file size, which is going to lead me to believe there's nothing different here, but new sample dot wave and 1-011 new sample marks. There is no difference, which indicates that this is not saved in the WAV file, but it might be saved in the project data. Right. What's going to be the, well, let me take a note on that so I don't forget. Pen. So we know arcs are not saved in .wave. Okay, easy enough. Let's just delete those. Don't need those anymore. Oh, my head's kind of in the way. I'm gonna put myself here. I'll move myself over here. All right. Let's go back in. Oops. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Go back into shop and let's go delete all marks. Just get rid of them. Let us then go to import, export. Go export to S. Oh, I'm going to put eject it first, right? Taking longer to eject than I would expect. There we go. Okay. So export to SD card. Project this time. Project 5. There should be almost nothing there except for just that super short sample. We've exported that. We can bring the project over. So volumes, SP404, export project. The exported project 5. Okay. So go CP bag dollar. I'm going to do a recursive to dot. Okay, we've got that. Let's just make a different one. Modify again. Let's just do the marks. We're just going to do one thing at a time here. Go chop, menu, auto mark. 2 time division of 8. That's fine. Exit out. We know that the marks will still be there. So let's go export project 5. Export that. And then load that up. I forget if it's been so long. I forget if you could do a recursive diff or not, but we'll find out. So I want to call this, actually, let's make dir project 05 A. And we'll do the recursive copy /star2 project 05A. See if I can do this. Binary project padconf.bin differs. I don't know that it's going deeper than that. Well, it's a lot of stuff. Let's see if we see, is there a WAV file reference in here? No. How big is this file? 51K. Let's see if the version A is any different. It's the exact same size. Hmm. Well, I also wonder if it's possible the sample data file has some information. What I want to do is actually swap between the two. So we got a, this really 274K. It seems kind of, maybe that file's that long. How many samples is this? Oh, there, start and end, bit value. 68,000 samples. I guess it's possible. It's stereo, so because 68,000 times it's probably 16-bit. So you double that, and then because it's stereo, you double it again. So I guess I'm probably close to the right amount. Um, let's diff rank A with project '05 sample. No differences. Find it unlikely unless it's keeping track of marks in there for every pad, no matter what. So I guess that's possible. Um, but that SMP file doesn't appear to have any mark data. What else can we poke at? Pattern shouldn't have anything in it. Picture is just going to be screensaver, boot up pictures. Okay. So the only thing that's changed is padconf. Um, I don't remember if tk-diff is going to work or not either. Tk-diff. Oops. I got to spell it right. And I guess I need a new version. That's not going to work. Hmm. Oh, that's a different problem. For what I'm sharing for a screen, probably not enough to do a side-by-side diff. Um, try the TK diff. Maybe do Vim diff. I haven't fully finished setting up this Mac, so what's the code that? Well, see, this is multiple lines. This will be painful to try and do this way. It's just one line. Vim line wrapping. Let's Google that. Vim line wrapping. Just set wrap. Okay. one side. We need that wrap over here. There's definitely, well, maybe it's not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. One side larger than the other. It is by one character. I can only move forward with L. I can't narrow down. Um, this isn't going to be a good way to do this, is it? It's not happy with me. Rolling one character at a time is a bummer. The other one's not keeping up. All right, this is not going to be super fun to do. We write code or hmm, let's see if I can find a good tool for diffing a binary file. Okay, ooh, maybe this. What do we get? Brew, install Gawk. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 differences. So that accounts for, and let's chop it up into from 8 to 16 and see if we get a different amount. Probably do this and then type it into a word count. Yeah, 28. Okay. This should at least give us some information. Need to eject my SD card. Any byte difference doesn't seem too bad. And like that seems like something that we could actually potentially figure out what is different or what the pattern is. Let's do this. Then the question will be, does this file get bigger as we add more pads in, or does it actually just contain everything? Find out. All right, we're added back in. We're on the pad. We're gonna chop, auto mark. Let's go to 16. Say okay. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be enough. Positions we've changed it. Let's see if there's anything noticeable that makes sense here. So with that, I go shift, import, export, export to project, export at project 5. We are done. Mounted back up. We need to copy over again. Somewhere back in my buffer here, we've got it. There we go. There, we'll copy it to B. Oh, wait, I gotta make the directory first. Now we can copy it. Okay. So let's go back into, and we'll do it this way. We'll do our diff here. Let's just do it from the root directory. Let's just see if we got anything different. So project 5 with project B. We got anything? We got 60 this time, which is interesting. Okay, let's see what we get. Let's write this out to b dot diff. There you go, A. This is making me at least think that the mark data is out here. So, yeah. We'd probably do this vim diff a dot diff and v dot diff. We got a on this side. Do any of the numbers match? I would think if this is sample position data, they might match, but math doesn't add up for 4 bytes per mark. My only thing. None of these look to be the same. In positions, but I guess possible. I mean, like for splitting different parts, it may make a difference. Are these? Let's go. Let's do just one mark. What that looks like. Select it. Delete all marks. And there is no mark. We're going to create a mark. Move. We'll do this. Oh, that was weird. I got an email, but it sounded very chopped up. Is anything important? Okay, we'll do 2. I guess that's the. Select the mark. We can move. Okay, those allow us to take the single mark and we can move it. and just see for one mark. Just put it in the middle so we actually could see it. Shift, import, export. I need to eject my SD card. Eject. Go project 5, enter. Okay. So back to the CP command. Oh, actually, before we do that, I'm going to make dir project 5C. All right, got that. Now we can do our compare C, because project 5 should have no marks. Only got one here. With one mark, got 4 trees. We can do the math here. A chopper. Oh, wait. How do we find out? Can we? I don't know. Hold shift. No, shift mark's not going to get us a way to edit the mark to find out the exact value of it. Um, that's we could edit it and change it to a different value, assuming that it's just doing hexadecimal math. That would be weird if everything is to be canceled out as just FFF. I mean, that would just tell me that it's just setting it either at the endpoint or beyond endpoint of the sample. Let's see. Um, let's get a goofy bash script here. To symbol1.sh. Let's just see if this works. All right, it probably will. Chmod plus x deck. Do 45.7b. Oh, it wants me to. I should have paid attention to what it was asking me. So this would be 000045.7b. Okay. We can export again. I guess we can. Let's move the. Let's move it. Select this one. We'll move it to the middle. Exit out and eject again. This might be faster doing the app. I could probably automate it, but let's just do it this way for now. We gotta process, even if it's bad. All right, shift, import, export, project 5. Okay. We will copy. I gotta make the directory first. Make dir project D cp to D. Our diff to D. D.diff. And at D.diff. It is going up higher. I wonder if there's a. We could probably. I guess we could just try editing it, and then see if it moves. After we then have to re-import and then see if it moves the cursor, the mark. Oh, we can do this. X to decimal 0.00008 F2C is 36,000. These are not likely to be points. I bet there's a way to think about it. I'm sure there's some fun tricks we can do to try and figure out how it's working exactly. Checking something real quick. All right. Suspect it's not going to be. If we're going to need to put Vim in hex mode. Let's see, Hexel by brew install. Hexel's for examining binary, but not going to look like it's going to help us edit it. Brew install edit, maybe. Capital H. Oh, it's already installed. Okay. X edit. Conf. Here's what this looks like. Okay. And this is what I expect it to look like. Search for 45. No. I don't know how to use it yet. I have forgotten so much. All right, we're on D cat D dot diff. We're looking for 8F2C. Okay. Eight two C. All right, it's there. Everything else is. Oh, it's not. Everything else is zeroed out. I wonder what the pattern. There must be a pattern here. 8F2C. So presumably we can change this to like 1 1 1 1. Save changes. Control S will do that. Control S. All right. I guess we'll exit out and okay. I did save it. Control X exits. CP pad conf dot bin 2 volumes SP404 export objects want 5. There we go. Okay, so we should see, we import this back in. We should see the mark move to the left. Okay. Let's eject. Rejected. Gift import, export, import project. Project 5. All right, so I've had one. Shift chop the mark. I think that's where I had left the mark. But we didn't, we had not moved that. Make sure I did everything correctly here. Copied pad conf over. Hmm. Object again to check. Let's exit out. I'm gonna put the SD card back in. Let's edit the file just to make sure. Exit volumes. SP404 mk2 export project 05 conf bin. I'm gonna look for 8F. You see, so we didn't. How could we? X. I copied that over. It didn't change. Well, I copied the wrong direction. I'm a bozo. Okay. We'll just edit this one then. 8F 1111. Control S to save. Control X edit. Get that. Let us eject. Now we'll hopefully load it. Import, export. Oh, and I didn't did an export again, didn't I? Project. Now we're back to this. Project folder error. Change folder. I remember doing a video on this and it was a problem. Destination pad press. Roll. Change folder. Exit. Project. I don't know why it doesn't just use that. Okay, so I just did a whole bunch of stuff wrong. That's all. Let's look at the pad. All right, so the mark did move. Okay. I don't even know if this is useful to figure out in this file or not. Uh, hmm. All right, well, I'll have to take some notes on that. I'll do that a little later. At least know that it's stored there, which is still strange to me, but I'll do one more experiment and then I'm going to switch over to something else because I want to start looking also at where config file settings are set. If they're in this padconf.bin, that would be really interesting and help with some accessibility for folks that can't go through the utility settings and make changes. So let's just do one more. We're gonna let's not delete. Let's record into a brand new empty sample for pad 2. I just want to see if the padconf.bin grows or if it just is the same size and it's already mapped for everything. So shift import export export project 5. Done. Let us see. Okay. SP404 mk2 export projects project 05 5196. I think that's the same size, right? Oh, it's padconf. Okay, so we could theoretically create a mapping for all of the markers on the pads. I don't know if the numbers match. We don't know what those numbers match exactly, if they're samples or something else. That'll take some time to play around with and figure out. But let's go change change gears here. We at least know that's what's in that file. I want to go change a configuration setting from what we just exported. No, I need to bring that in, don't I? Okay. We are going to bring this in. No. CP project. Keep doing this. mkdir project 405E. I'll end up having to wipe all this stuff out and redo it later, but it's okay. E. So E is our baseline. Now we've got that. Let us eject this in. Um, let's go utilities system. What is, does it matter if we do any, what we do? Don't know. Let's just go, I'll just change, whoop, just change from direct to catch. That's the only thing we're doing is the edit knob mode. Exit out, export, project 5. Whoops. I'm half expecting this to have no difference. But we're going to find out. Petconf, no difference. Okay. So that means we're going, if we're going to try and make any big modifications, they're most likely going to have to be in or through a backup. I don't know what the backup format is for the file. So we don't know if it, like, padconf.bin, I'm reasonably certain is not compressed because it just seems like those, at least those files are groups of 4. I don't know why there's a 9th. Is there a 9th? 8? Or what? We might be missing one. Maybe we're missing one because the first mark is always going to be considered 0, 0. That's possible. Anyway, um, okay. Then let's switch from this to. I'm going to delete everything over here. Let's go see if there's a backup difference. What it looks, if it's like a 1 byte difference or something crazy. Might help us understand what this file format is as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete 1 and 2. We're just going to have nothing in here. So it's as small as possible. And we're going to import, export. Oh, wait. Nope. Shift utility, backup. Backup. Let's go to slot 10. What the heck is it doing? There shouldn't be any samples here. Oh, it's doing every single project. Can we exit this? I don't want a full system backup. That sucks. Sucks. And I can go through and still think it's worth doing this to see if there's any big data. I guess with a backup, I can then delete all of my projects because I can always just go back and restore. And then Do a backup again. This seems really obtuse. Um, and a bummer. Unless we can find out what the file format is. But I've looked at it before and I hadn't been able to find anything. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to drop here. I'm just going to let this thing complete and I'll just play around, poke around a little bit on my own. But we learned a little something. What do we get? We know Mark data is not stored in the wave, and we know it's stored in the padconf.bin. Possible we can do some interesting stuff there. I do think there's also some interesting pattern things to go poke at and look at and try and figure out what some of that data looks like. So I'll just have to get back into what kind of good tools to use for poking at these things and stay tuned, I guess. Anyway, guys, you stop by. Thanks for stopping by. Catch this later. Cool.